Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to go? I don't think I would miss anything if I went to the east over here. But just to be sure, let me go through this room here. I don't think there's anything to find in here. I'm just trying to be sure. Then we already went through that hallway. And then this comes out here. Yeah, so if I would have gone through that door I mentioned, we would have been in this room immediately. There is an upgrade sphere. We will take that. That arming jack is not as good as the one we have. Right. Okay. Whoops, oh, he hit me. Okay. Alright, I was going to switch to the shield, but he was already swinging at me, and I was like, you know what? I don't have time. Okay, nothing of interest here seems to be. Alright. Wow, okay. So, here's the thing. Right now we have better stats on our, well, most of our forearms, about the same that it would be with this. And then when we look at our mail gauntlets, it's obviously not great. The only advantage here is that with these stats that we basically already have and better on by our vambraces, it would be applied to our hands as well instead of this. But how often do you get hit in the hands? You don't really. So I'll just take these for now, but we're not going to wear them yet. That's how that's going to work. Alright, before grabbing the half salve over there, let me just fall on the floor here. And now that we've done that, let's check these boxes. Nothing useful. Same. Alright. So here is the half salve. Let's take that. And again, that half salve is the thing that you would miss if we would have gone through that broken wall I mentioned in the last episode. Again, you could have just worked your way backwards here. But you run, especially if you're unfamiliar with the level, you run the risk of just missing that. Okay. So speaking of the hole in the wall, it's right here. Alright, so certainly you could come through here and then work your way back to the north. But I think a lot of people would just come through here and they would go down that way to the east. But, you know, who knows? Alright, so now it's time to go to the catacombs. And so that means we're going to need to switch to the Warhammer. And for the secondary, we'll have the Warhammer and the torch. So let's see how this is going to go. Now this is a place that I'm starting to think maybe I should just run through here and get the See in the Dark helmet again. I should probably do that because while this skeleton I can handle and the one in the graveyard, the skeletons later on in this level, it would probably be best if we could use the shield, and I won't be able to see anything if I don't have the See in the Dark helmet, so I'm probably going to grab that. Okay. We're getting... Okay, so I spoke too soon. Of course, this skeleton is beating us up here. Completely. And I keep swinging over the skeleton's head. There we go. Okay, I just stumbled, which is always fun. Alright, I don't think we took any red damage. We may have taken a little. But we certainly almost got knocked out. And that's why we're going to need a shield. If we're not going to use a two-handed weapon, we're going to be much better off with a shield. And we're not going to use a two-handed weapon because it's a shield run, even though I have a Bardiche. And I mean all of this after we have the See in the Dark helmet. Because it's a moot point if we can't see. Alright. These vambraces go specifically with this type of gauntlet here. I don't want to get this extra encumbrance right now, so I'm not going to put them on yet. But, well, let me see. This is 1.5 right now. If we put this on, we end up with 3. Yeah, no way. That's not a good trade. You know what? I don't even want to do the... That was close. I don't want to do the graveyard fight without a shield. But you know what? I think we have enough light. I think we have enough light. We can do it. Anyway. The graveyard has some weird... I hesitate to call it a natural light source, 'cause I don't know where it's coming from. It certainly doesn't seem natural. But it does have a light source. It's not great, but it'll do. Alright, this helmet is pretty good. Yep. So we're going to switch to that for right now. We're not going to do that for long. And that's, of course, because we'll have a See in the Dark helmet soon. And let's see. This one has more balance than the Proctor's swords. Balance is the only thing that's... Yeah, I'm not going to use that. Yeah, so let's switch to the shield here. And we'll try to keep the fight over here. Try to get this stuff out of the way so I don't stumble over it. I'll end up stumbling over everything anyway. And I don't have a weapon equipped. I could have sworn I equipped that. And it shouldn't even matter. Why did I not block with the shield just because I didn't have my weapon equipped? I'm sorry, but didn't I equip this on the shield one? I could have sworn I did. Alright. Could have sworn I did that. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, this sword is, yeah, not any good, so we're not taking that. Okay, so yeah, now we're gonna go get the See in the Dark helmet, and then we'll come back here and take care... Oh wait, we still have another fight before that. That's right. Alright, what did we just learn? Mobility, that's right. So the only other option is Synchrony, and we'll get to that, but I want to get Maneuvering Armor 3 first. So now I'm curious. So normally, this has 3 encumbrance. Normally when we equip the shield, we go up by 3. Oh my, there's no encumbrance from it now? Look at that. Am I seeing this correctly? I am seeing it correctly. That's huge. Oh, you've got to be kidding me right now. If you fall right here, by the way, you're dead. That's it. There's nothing below there. I was about to take this computer and throw it out a window if that happened there. All right. Trying to go from left to right here since his shield is a problem going from the right. There we go. But I want to see how quickly I can do it after. Yeah, I can still. It's still the counter thing. All right. Yeah, see, now I can be annoying like you with the shield. Skeleton, how do you like that? Definitely makes for a different style of fight. Obviously. Alright. Let's see. What do you have here? Yeah, no. Don't need that. Nope. Don't care about that helmet. Don't even care what the stats are. We're not going to be wearing any of these helmets for much longer. These plate greaves are better. What's the encumbrance difference? It's the same. Good. I'm telling you, what am I looking at here? It looks, I've said this before, but it looks like like a top that Madonna would wear in the 90s. It looks like I'm looking at like two cones, but I don't see that when I put them on. Unless it's like the two next to each other, like folded one end on the other. I don't know. But anyway, who cares? Not interested in that mace. So we've upgraded our greaves. There we go. Alright. So now we are going to go get the See in the Dark helmet. Then we will return to take on the rest of this level, which is full of really annoying skeletons. And the lighting isn't always great, and it's decent, but I'd rather not even have to think about it. Alright, let me switch back to a Proctor sword here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yay. Delicious. Always love the face stabs. And that's another short-sleeved nil shirt. Don't want it. We got a long-sleeved one. Yeah, okay, so it's time for the helmet. So we'll double-click this protruding stone here. And there's our See in the Dark helmet. Throw that on, get rid of this. Now I can do this, and then make my other setup, the Bardiche. And this one will be the Warhammer and the shield. That's what we want. And now we can see in the dark, as you have probably noticed by now. Even when we're in the shadows here between these weird unnatural light sources, we can still see. Whoops, I need to go around. Alright, so back to the catacombs we go. Alright. Let's get rid of these sawhorses here. Whoa, whoa, we almost died there. And hopefully we don't stumble over the very lip edge of this here. Well, we'll see what happens. Alright, we're good. Alright. Alright, so we're going to open up a door over here real quick. I meant at some point to test whether or not there's a plank that we can put over here. I mean, I know that there's one somewhere, but is there one close? I don't think there is. Why am I switching to the Bardiche? I thought I had my torch on my other one. That's going to help me see a little better. If there isn't one close, I just don't see how it's worth it. And there isn't one close. You'd have to drag it all the way from... That would probably be way too thin. You'd have to drag... I think there's one up there. Yeah, it would not be worth it. Because you already have to do this. Yeah, like this plank, that might work, but yeah, it's not worth it at all. Alright, let the annoying skeleton fights begin. Don't want to be on the stairs fighting. Why? Because I will stumble and fall. What? There we go. Still getting used to this. Alright, next, let me aggro him to get him from over here. Yeah, like I said, it's a bit of an adjustment fighting with the shield here. The main thing I'm struggling with is my distance from the enemy. There we go. Very, very, very ugly fight, but we got it done. Alright, so that's going to be where we end this episode. Thank you as always for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. Please hit like and subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you all next time.